Make no mistake about this, the ANC knows it too. This past week in Parliament, they told us that the moonshot is their biggest fear. They were so obsessed by the moonshot that some of them were shouting, Dubula Inyanga. And let me tell you, Dubula Inyanga. That's exactly what we're going to do in this election, Dubula Inyanga. Because we've got the size, we've got the people, we've got the experience, we've got the track record, and we have the plan to rescue this beautiful country before it's too late.
John Steenhuisen, leader of South Africa's Democratic Alliance, finds himself in the eye of a storm after uttering the Zulu phrase, Dubula Inyanga, on the 17th of February, 2024. Though intended as a figurative call to action within his moonshot political strategy, the literal translation, shoot the witch doctor or shoot the traditional healer, ignited a firestorm of outrage amongst traditional healers, who view it as a dangerous incitement to violence. Steenhuisen, a seasoned politician with over 20 years in public service, claims his words were misinterpreted. He explained that Dubula Inyanga was meant to represent a bold, decisive approach to tackling South Africa's deep-rooted problems. However, the historical and cultural weight of the phrase, often used in the context of witch hunts and persecution, cast a long shadow over his intended meaning. The backlash was swift and fierce. Traditional healers, estimated to number over 200,000 in South Africa, took to social media and traditional media outlets to express their anger and fear. The Traditional Healers Association of South Africa, THASA, issued a scathing statement, calling Steenhuisen's words reckless and irresponsible, and demanded a formal apology. The controversy doesn't exist in a vacuum. South Africa has a complex history with traditional healers, often marginalized and even demonized by some sectors of society. Incidents of violence and discrimination against them are not uncommon, and Steenhuisen's statement, even if unintentional, stirred those simmering tensions. Examples abound. In 2020, a traditional healer in KZN was brutally murdered, allegedly by individuals who accused him of witchcraft. Such incidents highlight the vulnerability of traditional healers and the potential consequences of inflammatory rhetoric. Steenhuisen has since attempted to clarify his remarks, issuing a statement expressing regret for any offense caused. However, the damage appears to be done. THASA maintains that an apology is insufficient, demanding concrete action to address the underlying issues of prejudice and discrimination. The Dubula Inyanga saga goes beyond a mere political misstep. It lays bare the fault lines of cultural sensitivity and historical baggage that continue to shape South Africa's social landscape. Whether Steenhuisen's statement translates into actual violence against traditional healers remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. The reverberations of his words will continue to be felt for some time to come. The literal meaning of Dubula Inyanga cannot be ignored. Traditional healers, known as Inyangas, hold a deep-rooted importance in South African culture, offering spiritual guidance and medical care to millions. The phrase, evoking violence against such figures, sent shivers down spines, particularly in communities with strong traditional beliefs. Steenhuisen, however, insists his intent was far removed from bloodshed. He claims Inyanga was used metaphorically, referring to the Moonshot Pact, an alliance between opposition parties aiming to unseat the ruling African National Congress. Dubula, he argues, meant to shoot down this pact, not healers themselves. But the public wasn't convinced. Social media erupted, with many interpreting the phrase literally, accusing Steenhuisen of inciting violence against a marginalized group. The timing added fuel to the fire. The statement came just days after the DA released a controversial advert depicting the ANC as a witch doctor, further fueling accusations of cultural insensitivity. For centuries, traditional healers have woven themselves into the tapestry of South African life. From rural villages to bustling townships, an estimated 250,000 traditional healers, or Inyangas, serve as trusted advisors, spiritual guides, and primary healthcare providers for millions. They dispense indigenous knowledge passed down through generations, treating physical ailments, mental health issues, and spiritual disquietude. But Steenhuisen's careless rhetoric, regardless of intent, has sown seeds of fear and distrust. The potential harm is palpable. Imagine a patient hesitant to seek help from an Inyanga, fearing retribution based on a politician's flippant words. Imagine the chilling effect on young aspiring healers, questioning their future in a climate of potential hostility. The impact isn't hypothetical. Threats and accusations have become a grim reality. Saga has documented numerous instances of verbal harassment, social media attacks, and even physical threats directed towards Inyangas following Steenhuisen's remarks. Saga, along with other traditional healer organizations, has filed official complaints with the Human Rights Commission, demanding an investigation into hate speech and incitement to violence. Legal action is also being explored, with Saga seeking to hold Steenhuisen and the DA party accountable for the damage caused. This isn't just about protecting traditional healers, it's about safeguarding a vital part of South African heritage. Inyanga practices are deeply intertwined with cultural identity, spiritual beliefs, and community cohesion. To attack them is to attack the very soul of the nation. But the Dubula Inyanga controversy also raises crucial questions about freedom of speech and political discourse. In a democracy, open debate is essential, but where does the line blur between free expression and inciting harmful stereotypes? Can political rhetoric, even unintentionally, contribute to real-world consequences? This isn't the first time South Africa has grappled with such complexities. The 2016 Fees Must Fall protests, while highlighting racial and economic inequalities, were marred by incidents of violence and hate speech. Similar debates arose around the 2021 Zulu protests, where cultural sensitivities clashed with political agendas. The Dubula Inyanga incident serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between free speech and social responsibility. It underscores the need for nuanced discourse, cultural sensitivity, and a deep understanding of historical context. Only then can South Africa navigate these complex issues and ensure that political debate doesn't come at the cost of social harmony. Moving forward, several crucial questions remain unanswered. Will Steenhuisen's apology and clarification be enough to mend the fractured relationship with traditional healers? Can this incident serve as a catalyst for constructive dialogue and mutual respect? Ultimately, the answer lies in the collective commitment to fostering understanding and building bridges across cultural divides. Only time will tell if Dubula Inyanga becomes a mere footnote in South African politics, or a stark reminder of the delicate balance between political ambition and cultural sensitivity. Perhaps the most pressing question is not whether Steenhuisen will face repercussions, but whether South Africa can harness this incident to pave the way for a more inclusive and respectful society. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe.